Hi, it's Mrs. Drake with the flute, and we're going to be doing Book 2, Lesson 9. Book 2, Lesson 9. I hope you've already warmed up with your scales and all that, and are ready to go. Okay, Lesson 9. Check out song number 1. Check the key signature. As you scan through it, do you see that they put in some B naturals? Please, as you scan through it, notice that they put in some B naturals. And I want to remind you that B natural is your fingers are on C, and then you put down your thumb. So it's C with the thumb, and not that first finger. That finger makes it into B flat. So I'm going to play C, B, B flat. Everybody try C, B, B flat. Okay, song number 1, the very first note is B flat. Okay, and we're going to play song number 1. Everybody find a B flat? Song 1. 1, 2, ready, go. Song number 2, check the key signature. Oh my gosh, that's the one with 4 flats. And it ends up spelling the word bead, like bead of a necklace or a bracelet bead. B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat, bead. B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. As I scan through song number 2, there aren't any D's in it anyways, so don't worry about it. There's no D flats. The last note is an A flat, and the tradition is if a melody ends on an A flat, they like to have that 4 flat key signature. But there are no D's anyways. But there's A flat, A natural is the second note, B flat, and then the 4th note is B natural. And that pattern is called chromatic. I hope you've been practicing your chromatic scale, and you'll see that on song 2, there are little chunks of the chromatic scale. Okay, song number 2, I'm going to warm up the first 2 measures. Everybody warm up the beginning of song 2. Okay, everybody, song 2. 1, 2, ready, go. I was going kind of fast. If that was too fast for you, I encourage you to rewind the video and maybe just move your fingers with me, or turn off the video and practice it at a slower speed. It can be, those chromatic kind of songs can be kind of challenging, finger twisters. Okay, song 3, This Old Man. I bet you know this melody. Okay, check the key signature. Notice there's a slur, there's some of the accents, there's some of the staccatos. Ti, ti, ta. Okay, so everybody warm up the beginning of song 3. Okay, song 3, everybody. 1, 2, ready, go. To memorize. If you're looking for a challenge, looking for something, I would recommend trying to memorize song 3, because if somebody comes over and asks you to play a song for them on your flute, it's always good to have a couple songs mastered and memorized, and I think that's a good one. Okay, next song. This one is in the 6/8 counting system. Song number, on my book they didn't put a number. Okay, song number, okay, just notice that. I'm going to call it song number 4. Let me put my flute down for a second. Sorry, everybody. So I'm going to number this song 4, song 5, song 6, song 7, song 8. Okay, so notice that they're using the word variations. They're calling song 4 variation 1, and then song 5 is variation 2, variation 3, and song 7 is variation 4. Variation means they're taking the melody of This Old Man Song number 3, This Old Man is the theme. And they're changing it a little bit. So it's going to sound This Old Man-ish. You might recognize that it's This Old Man, but it's a little bit changed, and they call that a variation. Okay, so song 4, 6/8 counting system. So a reminder, in 6/8 counting system, all the values are doubled. So the first note of song 4, variation 1, the F will be held for 2 beats, because it's a quarter note, so in the 6/8 counting system, it's held for 2 beats. I am going to do the slurs, check the key signature. The first time through, you might want to listen to me play it to remind yourself about the 6/8 counting system, but then I encourage you to play it along with me. Okay, song number 4, everybody find a F. And I'm going to lead it off with 6 counting beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tell it was This Old Man, but kind of changed a bit. Okay, song 5, the one that's called variation 2. Grasshopper tee tee. So again, it's going to be This Old Man-ish, but a little bit different. Check the key signature. Do you trust yourself to remember to play A flat? Feel free to draw a flat sign. There's an A in measure 3. You got to just decide for yourself. Do you trust yourself to remember to play A flat? Grasshopper tee tee. Everybody warm up the first measure of song 5. Okay, variation 2, which is song number 5. 1, 2, ready, go. Kind of fun. Okay, song 6. Song 6 has those triplets. Remember those from a couple lessons ago? They fill up one beat. We can think of it tripletta, tripletta. That would be the song of number 6. Check the key signature. Again, it's A flat. So everybody warm up the first measure, variation 3 of song 6. Figure that out. Song 6, variation 3. Okay, song 6. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, song 7. Song 7. Ticka ticka tee tee, ticka ticka tee tee. With some slurs. The slurs will make it kind of challenging. Everybody warm up the beginning of variation 4, song 7. So I'm going to be going kind of fast. If you can't keep up with me, feel free to just listen, and then eventually I hope you can get it up to the speed. I'm going to do it with the slurs. We're on variation 4, song 7. Ticka ticka tee tee. Ready, go. Alrighty, I like those variations. It was fun. Okay, the bottom of the page is Lament Chaconne. Lament usually means usually like a sad kind of song. Chaconne is song. Notice the first line has a repeat at the end of the first line. I like to draw the little extra lines. I call them wings on it. There's a ritardando. I don't know if we've ever discussed that. Look at the very last measure. Do you see above the very last measure is the word RIT dot? That stands for ritardando, the Italian word ritardando, which means to slow down the beat gradually, little by little, slow down the beat. The last note is just held, so I'm surprised they haven't bothered putting the ritardando on it. But ritardando means to gradually slow down the beat. Okay, there are some slurs. There's the B flat, E flat, A flat key signature. There's an F sharp, 9, 10, measure 12. Remember, F sharp is the ring finger, the third finger down here. I hope you remember how to play F sharp. Feel free to circle anything that you think you might fumble on. I'm going to do the slurs. Okay, and it's in the 6/8 counting system, so everything's going to be doubled. So the very first note, that C, you would hold for 3 beats. Dotted quarter notes are held for 3 beats. So remember, we're going to play the first line twice. There's a repeat on the first line. So the first measure, you hold the C for 3 beats. So that is the first measure. Everybody warm up the first measure. It's a challenging song. You might want, I noticed above it says play second time only. I'm going to cross that out. I'm going to play both times. What that is this song, the last song on every lesson, has a recording that goes with it. And when you get Lament Chaconne mastered, I encourage you to try to play with that recording. I sent it to you. But it must be the first time through that the flutes are not playing. But then when they do the repeat, the flutes jump in for that second time. That's why that play second time only is written on there. I'm going to go ahead and play the first line twice, but on the recording the flutes must just play it on the repeat. Okay, I'm going to lead off with 6 beats. 6 beats. This is Lament Chaconne. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A pretty song. Kind of challenging, but beautiful song. Again, when you have that mastered, I encourage you to try that with the recording that goes along with it. That was lesson 9.